April 10th, and the major announcement impacting all 75 million plus Social Security beneficiaries, as we will be getting some very important information again impacting our money, our benefits, our finances, and I certainly want you to know about this going forward because at the end of the day, let me ask you a really quick question here. This 2.8% COLA that we got way back at the beginning of the year, do you think that that has kept up with the price increases that we've seen basically from last year, 2025, until now, 2026? I think we can all probably agree, yeah, that money is long, long gone, right? Well, yeah, that's the point of this report here and this major announcement that will be coming out, and why I want to bring it to your attention because it gives us a couple different data points. Number one, it shows us how much more prices are continuously rising, as in with inflation represented by the CPI, the Consumer Price Index, otherwise known as the inflation report that comes out one time per month. And it also gives us a glimpse into what we may likely be seeing as far as a potential raise to our benefits that will be announced a lot later this year in mid-October out of the Social Security Administration. So, as you heard me just say a second ago, yes, this is the CPI, the inflation report, otherwise known as the Consumer Price Index. It'll be released on the 10th of the month, which is kind of interesting simply because generally this report is released sometime Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. But this time it's being released on a Friday, which is a little bit weird. We generally don't get these reports on Fridays, usually Tuesdays through Thursdays. Anyway, doesn't really matter, but I'm just saying it seems a little bit odd. But anyway, this is going to be March inflation data. So what's really interesting about this is that have we seen some pretty bad economic data coming out so far this year? Yeah, it's not been good, right? There's been a lot of really bad economic data coming out showing that, well, the economy is not nearly as strong as they continue to tell us that it is. At the same time of a weak economy, we're also seeing higher inflation, therefore depleting the purchasing power of our dollars. Now, the problem with this as well is that not only is it depleting the purchasing power of our dollars, but for those people living on a fixed income, primarily Social Security beneficiaries, again, any of the 75 million people that get benefits administered by Social Security, it makes it really rough for their finances and their livelihoods. Now, drop a comment down below. Let me know, has 2026 been friendly to you on a financial basis, or has this been a pretty rough situation so far as we continue to see prices rising, the cost of living getting out of hand, the 2.8% pathetic COLA that we got back at the beginning of the year not keeping up? Again, drop your comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. And let me know, what has your experience been so far this year? And again, maybe I'm totally out of touch here, and maybe everybody is just raking in the dough right now. I don't think that's the case, but again, maybe I'm totally out of touch with this. I don't think that's the case whatsoever, though, because we continue to see the headlines, the articles, everybody out there struggling financially in a massive way. Now, some of this is contributed to multiple different factors. Many people suggest that the tariffs that were implemented last year is actually what's causing this spike in inflation that we're seeing now, the early portion of 2026. Not only that, remember this. Back in December of last year, it started on December 12th of 2025. The Federal Reserve started printing $40 billion a month for the foreseeable future, and they were likely going to ramp that number up, okay? So not only do we have the Federal Reserve printing $40 billion a month starting back on December 12th of last year, but also we had the tariffs all throughout last year, which many people said we would see the impacts coming through inflation early in 2026. Well, hello, that's where we're at right now, right? So again, the point that I really want to make about this is that I don't think they get it. I don't think they get because the point being is that, okay, fine, deplete the dollar. I mean, that's literally what they're doing. They're depleting the value of the dollar, right? So the value of $1, even though you hold up a green dollar and it says $1 on it, who cares? It's still a dollar, but the point being is that now all of us that have lived through all of this massive inflation over the last several years, we know firsthand exactly what this does when we see high inflation. It increases prices and it erodes the dollar's value. So the dollar still says $1 on it, but what you can get for that $1 is significantly less, right? So for example, I think if all of us looked back, say 5-6 years ago, back to say 2020 or something like that, 2019, I think all of us would probably agree. Those were like the good old days, right? Back when you go into the grocery store, you fill up 2 or 3 bags and you spend maybe like $80 or $100 or something, and you walk out with like a decent amount of groceries. Today, you walk in with $100 and you walk out with, well, a receipt and like a half a bag, right? It's ridiculous what you get these days. And again, that is the problem that as a fixed income beneficiary, this is not looking good. This is not good at all, especially when they continue to say, oh no, inflation is only, whatever it happens to be. Again, drop a comment down below. Let me know. Are you seeing price increases significantly higher than what they continue to tell us what they are, which is, oh, we're not seeing price increases on groceries and consumer goods? Like, where have they been? Where are they shopping? Okay, because the places that all of us are going, we're certainly seeing it. Anyway, long story short, on April 10th, we're going to be getting March inflation data. This is going to be very important to see what happens here, because at the end of the day, I think we all recognize, and again, as many of you have already probably put into the comment section so far in this video, that yes, that 2.8% COLA that we got back at the beginning of the year is long, long, long gone. The point with that is that when we get this next inflation data point for the month of March, which will be released on the 10th here of April, when we get that, it's going to again show us where is inflation currently sitting. And again, are these numbers even accurate in the first place, right? We really need to look at these numbers, and they seem a little suspicious, as I think we can all probably agree upon, are they truly even reporting the data accurately, or are they just kind of fluffing the numbers and they're like, yeah, we think the public will believe this, let's fluff this number out there, right? And again, is it really a true depiction of what real inflation and real prices are actually doing? It's, anybody's guessed at this point, but I think we can all probably agree it's certainly not the best reflection. Anyway, what it's going to do is it's going to show us, again, a better glimpse into the real cost of living situation, this whole affordability thing, right? I've been saying this since the end of last year, the very, very beginning of 2026 as well. I've been saying, get ready. Affordability is going to be the tagline of 2026. Well, it seems like that's pretty much been true so far. At least what we've heard so far is affordability. We care about affordability. Really? If they care about affordability, then why are they doing nothing about it, right? Wow. Anyway, I just want to point this out for you. This is definitely a very important report that we want to watch, because it's going to show us, again, those price increases, or at least we would anticipate, if they're showing us the accurate numbers and they're truthfully reporting this data, that it's going to show those data points in this report here from the month of March. Not only that, we're also going to get that next read on where we would likely see the COLA hitting. Okay, now obviously the 2026, the projection for the COLA that we'll be hitting next year, obviously that's a very long time away from right now, but it's always very important to look at these data points very closely, because these are the ones that set the trend. These are the ones that set the trajectory of real inflation, at least the data points that we need to watch and use, because that's what we need to use, is the CPIW, which is the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, which is also encompassed in this report. But the point being is that we need to continue to watch these numbers now, because even though we're sitting here early, right, April, it might feel like, oh no, the COLA announcement's not for a very long time. You're right, but guess what? We're not that many months away from when they start using the data to actually determine how much of a raise we're going to get. Remember, July, August, September, the 3 months of the year, the third quarter, is the quarter in which they use to determine the COLA for the following year. We're not that far away at this point, right? Only a couple months, a few months out as of right now. But if we start looking at the trend of the inflation now and the trajectory of it, gives us a better glimpse into what we can possibly anticipate seeing as a raise for next year. And well, do they kind of pull a fast one on us again? Yeah, probably, because they do it every year, so probably wouldn't be a shock that they do it again for next year. But again, still a very long time away. Just want to point this out for you. Really important to watch these data points. And again, it's also going to show us a better glimpse into the overall economy, as far as our consumers really getting hammered to the degree that many of us believe that we are. I think so, and we're going to see that here in this report. Anyway, stay tuned. I will certainly keep you posted with that data as it comes across the wire on that day, or who knows, maybe the day after, who knows, whenever that information comes out on the 10th, right away in the morning. Maybe I'll make you a video that afternoon, that day, maybe the next day, something like that. But either way, I'll keep you posted on all this. And again, I'm here for you any way that I possibly can be. As always, I always like to say this. For 2026, at any point, if you are one of the 70 plus million people on Medicare, at any given point throughout the year, if you have questions on Medicare, if you need help with your initial enrollment into Medicare, if you're experiencing a special enrollment period and you need help with your Medicare, at any given point, if you need help making sure that you are looking through your Medicare plans and you want help finding the right Medicare coverages for you and your personal needs, well, then you have your free resource right here, Chapter, 100% free. They've already helped, multiple thousands of you in this community, collectively saving a few $1 million collectively. Absolutely amazing right there. Anyway, if you have not done so, write that phone number down, take a picture, take a screenshot, take note of that. That is by far your best free resource when it comes to Medicare. At any point throughout 2026, if you need help, if you have questions, whatever it happens to be on your Medicare, call them. You can see it right there, free Medicare help. That is by far your best free resource. They will absolutely take care of you, and they'll spend all the time that you need on the phone, answering your questions, addressing your concerns, whatever it happens to be. They will absolutely help you out. They've helped so many thousands of people in this community. It's absolutely incredible. Anyway, what do you need to know? Just grab your Medicare card, grab your phone, and call that phone number. They'll handle the rest. That's it. Seriously, Chapter Medicare, absolutely amazing. They've helped so many in this community. By the way, after you talk to them, drop a comment down below. Use the word chapter within your comment. That's the keyword I search for, and I'd love to give you a shout out and add your name to the very long list, which actually this is an outdated one that I have here. Stack of paper here. These are comments that I continue to pull out of the comment section over the last several months, and I'd love to add your comment to that list and continue to feature it in videos and in posts and just feature you. Anyway, thanks again for being here. Stay tuned. I'll certainly keep you posted. It's a wild time right now. Anyway, please enjoy your day. Take care, and I'll see you again very soon in the very next video. Please subscribe if you're new. Please share the video. Big share button down below. Subscribe button down below. Otherwise, again, call Chapter if you're on Medicare. They'll absolutely help you out. And let me know how it goes after you do. And again, just make sure to use that word chapter within your comment. That's how it helps me find those comments. All right, anyway, enjoy, subscribe, share the video, and I'll see you again later. All right, see ya.